Juanito, run. It is midday and you have important business. School is a time for refreshments, for jokes and laughter. It is a time for quietness, for pleasant games and gentle amusements. It is a fine day and school is out. It is a day, Juanito, and you have had your lunch. But your father is hungry. It is for this reason you run, leaving behind the games, the amusements. Run now for the food your mother has prepared. Father also may eat and rest and refresh himself. This is the story of Juanito and his father Juan Tomas Garcia, and his mother Maria, his sister Petra, his little brother Jesus, and the baby Conchita. This is the story of a part of the United States, the island of Puerto Rico. The story of the people who live on that island. This is a land where many live by farming, where a man's living comes from tobacco or coffee or citrus or sugar. Whatever the crop, the work is hard, the sun is hot. The work is hard, the land is poor. It is difficult for a man to earn a living. This is the story of how people are, how they act with each other, how they are happy and contented or miserable and afraid, the problems they have. Island, the land itself, the poverty on the land, have much to do with the nature of a man, a woman, a child. But the nature of people, the way they are, grows out of other things too. It grows out of the feelings a man has, the way he feels toward the men he works with, toward his wife, his children. This is a story of some of those feelings that men and women have, how those feelings affect the children, how they help to mold the way a child grows, the way he develops into a man, the kind of man he will be. It is also the story of children and how they feel, and what the feelings of a child may do to the man or woman that the child will grow into. A child learns to be a man by playing, by imitating in his play the things men do, the way grown-ups act. They pretend to be men because it makes them feel good inside. It makes them feel more like the grown-ups they admire most. They show off as if to say, see what a man I am going to be, and this is good. Because it is in this way that a child learns to be a man. But sometimes, without knowing any better, the child imitates only the bragging, unhappy part of a man.
Que macho.
What a man. But is that being a man, a real man? Sometimes a boy never becomes a man because he never stops pretending.
Merc Chrysler. Merc Chrisms. I forget what the hell he says.
I have a Christmas present for Charis. He.
What? Oh, you shouldn't have. Should have.
Oh,
you shouldn't have.
Festive background.
Definitely should have.
There he is. Hi, hey, hola, Charis. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hello. Merry Crisis. Oh, Merry Crisis
Christmas
indeed,
cherry pie.
indeed. May we... I fuck you! Fuck you! God damn it! I mean, excuse me. Hello. I'm... excuse me. Hello, I'm Charis Euphranor. I'm the first and last philosopher VTuber, the last
Can I get Raven
Alexandria.
for
Desperately unemployed.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. And, most importantly, I am... Today, I am Santa Claus, I think. Now you may be wondering, how come you have the Santa hat in the thumbnail, but not in the stream itself? Well, that's because we don't have the budget for that. And by that, I mean, I haven't figured out how to, like, put stuff onto your model on, like, VTube Studio. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. It's probably not that hard. And you're gonna go, oh, it's not that hard, actually. You could just... I know, like, but there's, like... Just because the learning process isn't that difficult doesn't mean that there is no learning process. There is, and I just haven't had the time to do that yet. So you're gonna have to wait for me. Merry Christmas to Parrot. I mean, I guess, sure. It isn't that. I knew it. I knew you would say it. I knew it. Anyways, hello. We're gathered here today, in a rare and momentous occasion.
Is it just me or is his hair darker?
No, I think my hair is the usual color. I think. I love CF, but yeah, I think this is the same old. Yeah, I look normal, I think. Anyways, we're gathered here today on this momentous occasion.
Charis, you've been streaming 18 times longer than me and couldn't figure out what I learned in a week?
Look, I'm sure I could learn it. I just haven't learned it yet. I have yet to have learned it. That does not mean there was an incapability somewhere. I just haven't, whatever. Anyway, like, okay, I'll do it next stream. What if I do it now? What if I derailed today's stream right now and then spent 15 minutes watching a video that's gonna, like, no, we're not doing that. Oh God, okay. Christmas. ENG. Save.
Do you need Big Sister Tia to help you?
Christmas hat. Shut up. Hat. Christmas hat.
Tia, help.
Okay. We're like fine. If we just don't move our head then. I'm gonna make it bigger so it doesn't like... Okay. Does that work? Do I look okay? Does this hat make me look fat? I think it's fine. Okay. The watermark? You can't see it, right? Wait, you can? You can't see the watermark. You can kind of see the watermark. Uh-oh. Okay, well, just pretend like you can't see. I'm not fixing this, okay? I'm not fixing this. Am I fixing this? I'm not fixing this. I am not fixing this. Whatever. There is no need for this. Oh, I hate. All right, whatever. It makes you look small. Well, I assure you that I'm like huge, so it doesn't even matter or make me insecure at all. You look as good as you normally do. Okay, that's good news. At home. Okay, well, anyways. Now you are watermarked. Alright, but whatever. Well, if I get watermarked because I'm using their thing for free because I snatched it off the internet, so be it. So it shall be. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Today's stream is, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by all of you. As I was, slightly derailed of my own error and mistake. There's a watermark on your forehead, dude. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. I gotta download another fucking. Okay, give me a second.
I will not shut up. Put that thing in the right folder in the same parent folder as where you put your custom model in VTS. It should then show up in the asset menu in VTS.
Right folder in the same
Wow,
parent
look at
folder
him
as
admit his faults.
where you put your custom model. I'll figure that out later. I don't remember where I do that. Alright, I'll do it later. I'm tired. Why is my internet not loading? What's going on?
He doesn't know what those words mean.
Okay, we'll do the, hold on. Hat. Christmas hat 2. Okay, hang on. I'm saving another one that just does not have like a watermark. Okay. That's a bit too big. Hang on. It'll fit. Okay. Okay, well maybe that's a bit too... Alright, okay. Hold on. I'm getting there. Okay. Okay. I'll do it next time. I'll do it next year. I'll do the thing next year. Okay. Sorry. In a momentous... What was I saying? In a momentous occasion, today's stream is not actually for me. What about Parrot? Fuck Parrot. He's gone now. In today's stream, this momentous occasion, we're actually not here for me. And that's weird because pretty much every stream ever has been for me and about me, including the ones about women for some reason. But, you know, because I'm really good at making it about me. Anyways, the point is, it's always been about me. And you know what? It does get a little tiring. It does get a little tiring when everything is about me. And because I'm so important, right? And this is because I'm so important and I'm a really good person. And like, I just like, one has to talk about me because who else do you talk about, right? Like this is, there aren't that many options.
Parrot isn't talking, smiling face with heart eyes.
Hello, Hurtful Sneeze, and thank you, Parrot, for reading that, I guess. Where'd he go? I put him away. I'll just bring him back, whatever. Okay, anyways, Bah Humbug mode has been activated. No, it's like the other way around. It's been turned off, okay? Like, I am... Today, Merry Christmas, everyone. What else does he say? I don't know what he says. You get a raise. That's what he says. Isn't that what he says? I'll read it eventually. Or I'll read it, like, I'll do a reading stream of it to refresh my memory. I know what it is. Whatever. TA is being mean. This is the one stream where I'm not mean to you! Okay, I raised... Alright, okay, hold on. I mean, excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, okay. So today's stream is the one stream where actually this is not about me anymore. This is about you guys, right? You have all made this channel great. That hurt to say. That that hurt to say. That was like I don't know if I wanted. Thank you. Okay, Tia, I understand that it's not generated. Tia, I'll get it. I'll get the hat on me next time. I'll get it next time.
I have a list of demands for the Santa individual. They can't be negotiated. Demand 1: I want a death note. Demand 2: enroll Charis VT in singing classes and a computer 101 course at his local college.
It's very odd requests. Let me die. Okay, we'll get to them later. Anyways.
I'd met you an image of the file directory on Discord. You will peruse it now on pain of death.
Why does Parrot read every single message from you, Tia? I actually don't understand. Why is Parrot reading everything you're saying? Okay, I'll do it. Where is that? What is that? Show me assets items. I have to do that on stream? Windows. Program files. 86. Steam. Okay. Okay. Is it data? It is. Items. Okay. Does it have to be a... There's a Christmas hat on the thing. There's a Christmas hat in the thing. There's a Christmas hat in the thing? Okay, how do we do that then? How does that even work? Hold on. You're gonna... hold on. I need to go change. I'll be right back. That's not it. That's it. Hang on. There's a Christmas hat in here? What? Horns, hot cocoa, ornament, Santa hat. Okay. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god, hold on. I was just getting changed, alright? I'm back. Guys, I'm back. You should have listened to me sooner. Sunk cost fallacy or something. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Oh god, I have to do all of these. Anyways, today's stream is after about 17 minutes of this. I don't know how long it's been. It says 17 minutes for me, I think. We're finally arriving at the point. And the point is, today's stream is not about me, it's about you guys. I'm giving thanks. Okay? I'm being nice here. And I'm... and I thought, you know what? I will grant your Christmas wishes. And so yesterday I asked people to comment their Christmas wishes. And I said, you can do more than one if you really want to. A decision, or rather, yeah, a decision that I would come to later regret, I think. I don't know yet. I haven't seen the full extent of everything, but... but that is, excuse me, I'm like coughing my lungs out. But that is a decision that I do not make lightly. So I hope everyone understands that this is like a huge sacrifice. I have to grant all of these wishes. I don't want anything for Christmas, so I don't even really belong here. You don't have to want something to belong here. Like, you don't have to be. I'll be honest. Congratulations on the double, gentle. I don't want anything for Christmas, so I don't even really belong here. You can observe how I grant wishes, and perhaps maybe learn to do the same. My wish is for Tia to take control of this channel. That's a horrible wish. You that's one wish gone. Okay, like that was a bad one. It's disqualified. Anyways, today we're gonna read all of your birthday wishes, and I think that this is the only time I will ever be nice to you, and then it will never happen again. That way, if anyone ever says, "Why are you so mean to us, Charis Euphranor?" Because that's, you know, how you would sound like, I imagine. My response would be, well, I actually was nice to you, and here's the proof. This is the proof. It's this stream, like the Christmas wishes stream, where I granted everyone their Christmas wishes. Birthday wishes, question mark, Hannah asks. Well, these are not birthday wishes, these are Christmas wishes. Because if I had to grant everyone their birthday wishes, I'd be doing that shit all year round. I'm not doing that all year round. I'm doing this now, and this is it. This is it for the whole year, okay? This is it. Did I say birthday wishes? Fuck. I meant, you know what I said. You know what I said. You know what I said. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Whatever. Didn't know we were supposed to comment. So you don't have to comment it. You can just have it in mind and then ask me during the stream. We'll do those at the end. We'll do the ones that have been pre-commented first, just so I have like a system going on. But I will go through everyone's birthday. Fuck! Ah! No takesy backsies. No, I don't want to be nice to you. Ah! We're gonna do everyone's Christmas wishes. We're gonna do everyone's Christmas wishes. And that's it. That's it. Okay? That's it. That's everything. Stop asking me for stuff. Okay. Without further ado, text. Where is it? The first Christmas wish is from Cocaine-chan. Who has made a lot of fan art for the channel. So shout out to you, I guess. Regrettably. Let me just size this so that it's... Yeah. This is the person. We'll put their name like here. Okay, let me add like another text. Okay. And the Christmas wish is lingerie stream. I don't know why this was the first thing I was asked for. I don't know. It could have been anything. You could have asked for anything. And like the worst part is, unlike the other wishes, which I could probably chastise you guys for, like this is technically within my power. And I don't even know how to say no, because it's like, no, I'm not doing it.
That font is ugly on that letter you stole from the internet.
The whole thing is ugly, okay? Give it a break, whatever. You're saying you'll do it. No, I'm saying I don't know how to tell you I'm not doing it. Because I'm not doing it. But I don't know how to tell you. Okay? So I think the best way for me to tell you this is... I don't own any. Okay? There. I don't have any lingerie. So that would make this impossible. So don't ask me for it again. But at least it was a sincere request, because I think some of the later ones just stopped being requests. Or, like, at all. Okay. And on its entirety. Okay. Next one's from Hannah.
No lingerie stream. Hashtag hack, hashtag fraud.
Okay. I'm not a hack and a fraud. I am genuine and sincere. Ask our team to draw you some. Our team is busy, and therefore will not. Also, what do I do? Like, put all the lingerie on top of my existing clothing? How does that even work?
What if you just went through everyone's wishes individually?
That's like what I'm doing right now. Genuine, thoughtful compliment. Shit. A genuine, thoughtful compliment. This does not fit on the letter. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. For Christmas, Anna wishes for a genuine, thoughtful compliment. So yeah, I hoped that was genuine, and I hope you understood my appreciation for you through those words, and I'm looking forward to the next wish. Okay. Next one. I want half this server on my home to a... Hold on. This is like... Hold on. This is bleeding. Okay. I need to reduce the font size. Hold on. Okay. I want half this server on my home to smoke weed and cuddle session. This is from Odara. No. Is that like legal? Would that be legal? I guess that would be legal. It depends on where you are, I guess. I think it probably is legal, otherwise you wouldn't suggest it so brazenly, I think. If you want half the server, you can have it for like whatever that is. I'm not gonna be in that half. Okay? It's legal in some states. Please, Tia, de-knight him. Oh. What the hell? Why? What is that? What is that? Axion, what did you send me? What is that? I can't even see it. It's like 18 plus. I can't even see it. Charis Euphranor.
Laughing face.
What did you send me? What? $1965. Where's my birth date? There it is. I lost it. Are you shitting me? This is the worst. Okay. Okay. I've got it. June 8th. There we go. I have to do so many logins to get this to work. I hope it does. And if it doesn't, so much time would have been wasted if this does not work. Please. What is happening? Okay. Okay. I'm not a robot. Okay, just make the damn thing, please. Next. Okay, whatever. No, I don't want to. Just give me the damn thing. Oh my god! Why? This costs money. I'm not buying this. Oh my, I can't show this. I can't even show this on stream. I can't show this. I'll show this for like a second. I'll show this for like a second. This is what Axion sent me just now. It costs £4. No, I'm not buying that. No. I'm getting demonetized. Not that I'm getting any money from this, but like whatever. Okay, now you know. Now you know. Whatever. We're moving on. I need to move on. I need to move on. I'm never gonna get these wishes done. I will never get these wishes done if I spend so much time on them. Okay. Chairman to actually come. Okay, this is like a triple, because people start like, this is what happens when you, you guys are the reason why the genies like grant 3 wishes. Okay. Oh my god, it's so, okay, hold on. Where's the breakpoint? Cute. Okay. Dude, whatever. I'm not doing the rest of it. Okay, whatever. You just reread it. I don't care. Okay, Hannah wishes for, and I'm gonna change the name. This is why I should have organized this better, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. I will buy it. I will buy it. No, we're not buying this. No, I'm not buying this one. It doesn't matter how much money I have. I'm not buying it. Anyways, chairman to actually call me cute despite his misgivings about the image it will portray and the optics of the situation. Reparations for targeted misogyny. What? And homophobia in the form of $5 million and 2 calico kittens. A handwritten apology letter for calling me ugly on stream, scanned as a PDF document and DM'd to me on Discord. Okay, I cannot grant you the second one because these reparations make no sense. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, I don't know what the targeted misogyny and the homophobia could possibly even refer to. No idea. And I do not. Okay, that's first thing. Second thing, I do not have $5 million. I have 2 degrees in philosophy. Okay, that should explain. That should do more than enough to explain why I don't have $5 million. And 2 calico kittens. I'm not giving you animals. I hate them. Okay, so that's one down. We've knocked that one out of the way. Which one is that? Okay, we've knocked that one out of the way.
Tyler Knoll 39, your patronage is appreciated and will be contributed to our Birdseed Fund. Sounds like a skill issue TBH.
Thank you, Tyler. I don't want to get the fucking tights. I'm not getting them. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Damn it. How much is it? What the fuck? I'm getting this. What if, like, somebody looks at my computer? No one would ever do, like, see.
He's gonna end doing it. This
what is it even,
a
like,
reference.
what am I buying? I don't look like that. What am I even buying? What do you mean? What am I purchasing? The whole, like, body? What is this? What? Pay with PayPal. Okay, I don't have a PayPal, so I'm not. I actually can't buy it. I can't buy it. I don't have it. I don't have, like, the payment method that they need for that. I don't have that. Whatever. You're gonna deny a Chatters Supa on Christmas. Scrooge. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Okay. Well, okay, anyways.
Truly a Scrooge.
I'm not... Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. We've eliminated the second thing. Handwritten apology letter for calling me ugly. I will not do that because I did not call you ugly. Okay? It was not a targeted attack. If anything, I was targeting you, the viewer. Who I am referring to right now in second person. That's who I was targeting. I was not targeting you. I was targeting you. Okay? And what I meant was, I don't even remember what the original thing was, and honestly, it didn't matter, and I didn't do it. And if it did happen, then I didn't mean it. And if I did mean it, then it wasn't that bad. And if it was that bad, then it wasn't even my fault or something. So we're getting rid of that too. Okay. Call me cute despite your misgivings about the image it will portray and the optics of the situation. Hannah, Hannah, you can be cute. There it is. Stop asking me. Shut up and stop asking me. I'm not entertaining any more requests. I entertain all these requests. Okay. Some cash. Odara's also additionally asking for cash. We're not doing that. I can't. I don't have any.
Can be or is.
Okay. Hold on.
Wow, he finally did it.
Okay. I'm not even gonna write. Whatever. We gotta burn through these. We're burning daylight here. Possibility or tendency? That's up to reader interpretation. Okay. Cocaine Town, additionally, because you're all gluttons, that will never be satiated, the limitless human greed is why we can't have nice things. That was the message I was trying to, that's the message. Okay, we skipped like 2 hours ahead into the message right now because I've already like I've already had it. Okay, that was it. That was I've already had it. Okay, the message of the moral of the story is the limitless human greed will never be like quenched. Your thirst and hunger for more and more thing will never be satiated, and it would be absurd to even try to entertain all of them. Anyways. My monitor fell while I was changing the layout of my room, and it's fine, but one of the corners is now a little brighter than the rest of the screen, so if you could get me a new monitor, that would be great. My current monitor is I got from a friend who had an extra monitor. That's where I got my monitor. So, although I couldn't give you any because I don't have any to spare, I would advise that you. Here's how I would fulfill this wish. I would fulfill this wish by having a friend who has an extra monitor that they don't need anymore. That's what I would do. You're very welcome. The advice is free. Okay. A dress. Okay, yeah, we're back. Okay. Hannah's asking for another thing. A dress with pockets that are deeper than they appear, much like Mary Poppins' bag. That is, you know what? That is a very reasonable, or at least reasonable in the sense that I think this is something that people would want in general. This is a good wish. A dress with pockets that are deeper than they appear, much like Mary Poppins' bag. However, what you have failed to consider, perhaps, and why this wish will never be fulfilled, is because that way, they wouldn't be able to sell. They wouldn't. If they made such a thing.
Stop wishing?
If they ever made such a thing, you would not ever buy like a bag again. And they need you to buy bags because the holiday Christmas spirit is all about consumerism and spending money on things you're gonna throw away in 2 weeks. Okay, so that's what it's about. And in light of that, you're never gonna get this because this is gonna stop you from spending more money. It is, unless those pockets came with a subscription. There you go. If they did, then that's how. That's the only way you'll get this wish is if the pockets come with a subscription fee every month. You should read the messages like a teenage girl. Was there any limit to what you guys want? Why must you ask for so much when I have so little to give? Oh. Okay. Next one's from you again. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. What now? Okay. A long-wearing liquid lipstick that perfectly suits my complexion and also serves as a deadly poison with a drop in someone's drink. But the antidote is baked in and is only released whenever it comes in contact with my DNA. That's illegal. Alright, next thing. That's probably illegal. Also, like, I don't have the biological know-how to like manufacture something like that. I still don't know what DNA stands for. I know it stands for something, and I know that it's like it makes up your like body, but like I don't know what it does, so I'm stuck there. Okay, I'll refer this to any of the biologists in the room or whatever. I don't know. I don't even. Okay. Okay, this is like, I'm not writing this down, but Kokei-chan also asked for help with spider problems. Spider... I can't type. Why can't I type? Spider problem. It's because I was on the Discord. Okay. So I can't help you with that because I have spiders as well, and I've just kind of left them alone. And they're chill, right? They take care of other stuff for me. Until, like, I think, like, a while ago. Like, a few weeks ago. Was it a few weeks ago or a few months ago? I don't remember. I think a few months ago. Like, my landlord came to, like, inspect the place. And then they saw, like, the spider webs in, like, one of the bigger windows. I was like, what is that? And I was like, well, it's like a spider web. And they were like, yeah, but, like, why didn't you clean the window? I'm like, well, they're cleaning the window. Right? The spider is cleaning the window. And they were like, that's disgusting. You need to clean that, please. So, so then I had to, like, you know, forcibly remove it from its home and then chuck it outside. So, like, look, I didn't... So, my advice to you for your spider problem is to just put them in a vacuum cleaner and shove them out the door, I guess. Or squash them, you know. I know. Oh no! Don't kill the good bugs. Don't kill. Whatever. Like you have to do what you have to do. Okay. Like don't try not to do it, but if you must, and that's the only way to solve the issue, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. I don't know. Don't ask me for like spider advice. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, this one's finally from a different person. Okay. Concane, whatever. Do you live in a Scooby-Doo haunted house? No, man. I don't. Sometimes it feels like that. Like, sometimes it does feel like I live in a Scooby-Doo haunted house. But, no, I'm not allowed. I do not have the room for that. And I also have, like, neighbors that hear what's going on, including this right now. And, look, it sucks for them. Maybe asks for a full honey garlic salmon dish. Okay, could I make a full honey garlic salmon dish? I can sear a salmon, and I can like bake a salmon, but I don't know if I can do like a full honey garlic. Honey garlic. What does that look like? Honey garlic salmon. Okay. You need honey, salmon fillets, garlic and lemon. Okay. Heat oil in a skillet until hot but not smoking. Okay.
And it's
Cook
delicious
until deeply
/
golden, then flip over and add the remaining oil. Okay. And then you add garlic to the pan. Then after a minute, add your honey mixture and the sliced lemons. Cook until the sauce has been reduced by about 1/3. Once salmon is done, the sauce is thick, and spoon your glaze over the salmon until it coats every fillet very well. Add any reserved sliced lemons as a garnish, and serve. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah, I guess I could fulfill that wish. And $500,000. Trying to keep it reasonable. Okay. One compliment to all of your subscribers. Okay. If I had to give one compliment to all of my subscribers, it would be that you probably have good taste in VTubers. Okay, that's it. That's the unifying thing. There's nothing. I don't know most of you, so that's the unifying thing. I don't know any of actually I don't know any of you, so like that's the one unifying thing I could probably surmise from these like fake internet like interactions. Okay, this isn't real. Go outside. Anyways, volunteer at your local charity. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. An eyeliner pen that creates like what? Okay. 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 An eyeliner pen that creates wings so sharp that they actually give someone internal stab wounds if they look at me with impure or malicious intent, much like a voodoo doll. An eyeliner pen that creates wings sharp enough to stab people. Like on your eye? With your eye? You stab them with your eye? High heels that you can detach the heel part off from, like Heelys. Okay, that exists. That's a product somewhere. That's somewhere that will happen. You can get those. You can get one of those. You can't get the first thing, but you can probably get the second thing. Okay. Can Charis pay my DUI? No, I cannot. That would also be illegal, I think. Because you have to pay it. Because you committed the crime, I think. Anyways. Okay, this looks like a real request. I haven't read it yet, but this looks like a request. Okay. This is from Tara. This is from Tara Ditto. Okay. We'll start again. Blank slate, tabula rasa. I'm gonna just forget everything else that's transpired so far and try to reset. Okay. That's how you spell it, right? Yep. Okay. Tara Ditto asks for a new room in my house. Never mind. Fully furnished with woodworking tools. You really need a specific room for it if you want to actually do stuff. I mean, imagine the pain of cleaning after sanding in your room, and not to speak about what a table saw does. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I can see why you would want a new room in your house just for, like, woodworking. I think it'd be cool. I don't really woodwork. I don't know how that would work. Like, I don't know, this is like, not Adam Sandler. What the hell's Adam Savage. This is all, like, Adam Savage stuff, right? I would go to him for that, I guess. I think the guy who was a ghost buster, mythbuster. The guy was a mythbuster. But you are loaded, Charis. I have 2 philosophy degrees. Of course, I'm the realist. Well, at least it's a question. Or like a request. I can't fulfill this because it's not my domain of expertise, but I can refer you to like Adam Savage. You can go to him This next one is from Theo, also known as Azure. I'm going to put Azure here because that's the name, the display name on YouTube, I think. I don't know. Azure asks for for me to eat one raw red onion shirtless in front of a mirror. I don't know if I could eat like a raw onion. But I think I could eat like I could eat like a lemon. I could probably eat like a lemon in front of a mirror. Now, could I do that shirtless? Yes. I just don't think that'd be a sight for sore eyes. Like, I just feel as though that would be improper and, you know, I don't think anyone wants to see that. So, while I have the capacity to fulfill
Compromise.
This wish.
Eat the raw onion in tights.
I think it would be worse.
I beg to differ.
I don't know. How would you do lemon and not an onion? Because, like, I eat lemons, but, like, I don't eat, like, onions raw. Like, I'll have cooked onions, but I've never had a raw onion. So I'm a little scared. You had enough to pay for 2 philosophy degrees? Therein lies the answer to your question. It's in the word had, and pay attention to the tense it's in. Why is it past tense? Well, it's because I don't fucking have anything anymore. This is what you get for having 2 philosophy degrees. Okay. No. I'm not doing that. Preferably in dead silence. That I can do too. Convertible skate shoes in pink. Maybe asks for. Skate shoes. Pink. How much are those?
At Zero
Skate
Striker 165
shoes.
underscore chair discussed.
Chair discussed indeed. Pink skate shoes. Okay. $72. Okay, no. All right, that was easy. Okay. Mind control powers. No. Okay. You don't want this. You don't want this. Here's why you don't want this. Here's why you don't want this. If you had mind control powers, you would be... There would be no struggle anymore. Like, you would just go, oh, you know, I want you to do this thing for me. And then someone does it, and you go, wow, that's cool. And this is... Look, I assure you, it's going to be the greatest, probably, week of your life. And then you're going to realize, this has now made me, like... not a person anymore. Like, I'm not a real person anymore. And you'll, like, put it away. So let's skip the 1 week of euphoria and pleasure and head down to where you will end up, you know, like, philosophically, and realize actually the struggle is part of it. Like, you want to have to convince someone. Because eventually you're going to keep... What's going to happen is you're going to keep convincing people to do your bidding and do your things. You're going to rise in power because of that. You will eventually be entangled in some sorts of politics. Inevitably, you will not be able to escape that.
At this pace, he won't even fulfill the most reasonable of the wishes in there.
There is not a single... I mean, well, maybe there is going to be eventually a single reasonable wish. You're gonna do that. So someone's going to elect you as some sort of a government official, and then you will be corrupted by power, and then your power being absolute in this sense, because you have mind control powers, means that you automatically become the next dictator, whether you want to or not. And eventually you will either silence all the dissenting voices, or you will be silenced, and then you will lead a miserable life and then death. So in fulfilling the sentiment of your wish, where you just want to feel like you've got some control again of your life, I have granted you like 6 wishes just now in this stream. So you don't need any more, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Juggler cries eating onions, juggling knife, #onion, #crying. I'm not watching that. That's not... He should do that. I'm not doing that. Too long... No. I've explained why previously. 5 golden rings. 5 golden rings. No. Okay. A bra with... Okay, what the hell? What? What is that? Okay, let's see. What is this? This is also... This is... You know what this is like? This is like that... This is like that thing in... This is like that...
More that all I want to Christmas.
No. This is like the... This is like the moment...
Can you play more that all I want to Christmas?
Congratulations on the double, Pinky. I didn't read that right the first time around. Because Parrot read it and I didn't understand what the hell Parrot was saying. Can I play Amore? Amore. It is not on sale right now. So no. I thought it'd be on sale. Toy Tinker Simulator is free for now. That might be copyrighted. It is mixed. Whatever, it's a free game, I guess. What else is free on Steam right now? 100% orange juice? Okay.
You can get it through different means. Winky face.
Whatever, I don't want to, like, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Rat Quest. What is Rat Quest? Well, it's free, so I guess I'll just put it in my... I bought, like, a few games today. I bought a few games today for Christmas. I wanted to treat myself, I think. Anyways, where was I? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Hannigan asks for a bra with sentient underwire that wiggles up and stabs someone through my shirt if they grip me on public
awesome,
transit.
actually.
Well, I have Rat Quest now, so we play that. Regarding the undergarments, I don't think I could engineer something like that. That is not within my power. If you want, I think you could maybe just... No, that would be illegal. I was gonna say, you could just stab the person yourself, put in a little bit of elbow grease in there, but I think that'd be illegal too. So, that's unfulfillable and illegal. There you go, that's your problem. Okay. Get me a real job, Zero asks. A real job. Zero Striker asks for a real job. Now, what is entailed in a real job? Simple. If it's a jail? If it's a job that you, like, if you die, if you were to die right now, and then think...
Superficial.
Like, man, I wasted so much time doing that thing that I was doing. Then that's not a real job. Like, if you were to immediately collapse dead on the sidewalk, and all of your life flashes before you, and you just see all of that, and you're just thinking, like, this is missed opportunity. This is not where I flourish. This isn't where I thrive. This isn't me at my best. I'm doing this thing, and it's just completely void of meaning. Then, like, that's not a real job. That's it. It's simple. Just pretend like you will die right now. And if you do, are you happy with what you've done or what you are doing? If not, then, well, you know the answer. That's the thing. It's a bit similar to the whole, whenever someone, and I forget where I read this. I think it's actually good advice. If you are deciding between two things and you really don't know what you want, assign it to a coin, flip the coin, and as the coin, in between the brief moment of you flipping the coin and the coin landing, and perhaps, you know, right before you reveal it, you will know in your heart which thing you want. And then you open up the coin and you think, oh yes, all right, good, we're doing that. If that's the thought process, then you wanted that. If the sentiment is, well, okay, I guess I'm doing that then you didn't want it. You didn't want that. You didn't want it. If you were deciding between two things, that it's similar to that, where force yourself to be in a situation where instead of like lingering around, being stuck in this limbo and not actually confronting yourself inwardly, have a think about like yourself and what makes you you. Have a think about what satisfies you. Have a think about what gets you up in the morning. Like, why aren't you dead right now? Why do you even bother? Right? That's multifaceted. It's complex. It is multitudes of things. And there's so much to explore from that. But the core of it really is not so much the job, but like the doing of something that you think is worthwhile and you are good at. And if you say, I'm not good at it, or I'm not good at anything, then you're wrong, because you are definitely good at least a few things. You just haven't figured it out. Like it's like the question people ask, like, oh, who is the smartest person in history? And I know it's a Redditor response, okay, but I kind of agree with it in that, like, the smartest person to ever live was probably some starving child or like some farmer who never got an education, right? Like that was probably this, because it's like, so many people just did not have the opportunity to, like, get an education, to actually be able to like do stuff. And because of that, like, a lot of people end up not knowing what they're good at or like what they're passionate about. And the only way you can really know that for sure, and the reason why I'm so adamant in saying that, no, it's not like you're bad at everything. You've got to be good at something, or at least you've got to be passionate and interested in something. You don't even have to be good. You just have to actually like it. If you have to like it, right? That's the most important step. But if you like it, that's all. That's all of it. That's all that you need. If you like that thing and you're willing to stick with it and you think it's worthwhile, there you go. Like a job that gives me insurance and shit. Okay, you are off on a very different track. Whatever. Charis explaining the cons of a job is like asking an alcoholic advice for a driving test. Well, they're not like... Well, they're sober when... If they're sober when you're asking them, then it's fine, right? Why am I defending the drunk driver that you just made up and compared me to? What am I doing? An exception that... Why am I typing this? I can just copy and paste it because it was written down. Okay. Okay. An exception that allows me to kill one person per day without legal repercussions. Now, the reason we can't allow that is because, like, if we granted someone murder impunity, they would probably be the most powerful person in the world, or one of the most powerful people. Not because they can get away with murder, but because they could publicly do so, I guess. If the arrangement were like, if you were ever convicted of murder, and as long as it wasn't like the first one of the day, you would be let go from that conviction, then I can see this working out a little better, so long as you keep this low key and you only stab the people that people really don't like. But in general, I would say that this is a logistical nightmare, and that's, I think, the biggest hurdle of all this. Unless you're like the president or something, in which case you can get away with like way worse shit than that. Okay. The ability to actually absorb information from a textbook if I sleep with it under my pillow. What do you mean by absorb? Like, read it. So you want to be able to read it. You can read it.
HNNH.
You can read it. You can read the book. No, but I want it to be faster. What does that mean? Do you want to read the book or not? Who is HNNH? It's Hannah. I just can't be bothered to type all the vowels, because I've been typing this palindromic name for like the 7th time on stream or something, and I'm tired of it. Okay, because all of you keep making repeated wishes rather than just staying humble with like the 3 or 4 that is more in line with reasonable requests. Whatever. I want every single word to stick in my brain though. If I just read it through, I'm not going to retain the important bits. So you want to retain information without having to do the work of it. Okay, well, like, you know who else thinks that's a good idea? You know who else thinks that being able to have everything just automatically injected in my brain rather than having to put the effort to learn it and read it is a good idea? Elon Musk. Okay, next question. I need to resize this. Why can't I resize this? This is from 0. Okay. Charis, can you let me choose one game you have to play? And also, can you give me a mean dummy mommy GF? Actually, scratch the mommy part out. Okay. Can I let you choose one game I have to play? No, I can't. The reason is because if I do that... Okay, well, it depends on the game. Okay, if the game is like a scary game, then I will get a heart attack and die. So I can't let you do that because that would be akin to asking you to ask me to kill myself, and I can't do that yet. I'm way too important to this world to do that. Also, yeah. So now the second bit, can I give that to you? No, because women are not objects. Women are people, and we should treat them like people and humans. Okay, Zero. This is because this is I can't even You're telling me this? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't be a misogynist. Okay, so big words coming from Charis Euphranor, resident misogynist. If anything, that should call for some serious reflection, shouldn't it? Please play No, I'm Not a Human. I'm not playing No, I'm Not a Human. Or at least not now. Maybe like next year, okay? Maybe next year. By the way, when you get to my wish, can you sing it? Thanks. Ari, are you making another wish on top of your current... Okay, fucking whatever. We'll get as we get to it. What the fuck? Bottom surgery performed by Charis Euphranor. No, I'm... The reason why is because I couldn't do... The thing is, when I read this sentence and I saw like the word performed, for some reason I thought it would be like a magic act. Like I would whisk it away. Like not like a surgeon where I would have like a knife and other tools. I imagine like a magician's like performance where I would drape a cloth over your bottom and then like wave it a few times and go hocus pocus, and then you would get like the desired like probably sexual organs that you wanted. I don't know why that was what I had in my mind. Now that's something Copperfield could never do, and if he can't do it, I probably can't do it. Okay. In relation to that, regrettably, top surgery performed by Charis Euphranor, provided I am conscious throughout the experience, and he insults me the entire time while making direct eye contact. Like, how would I do that? What would I even insult? I'm busy. You're asking me to multitask now? I can't do one thing. I can't do that one thing, and you're asking me for two? What does that even mean? Am I like, you want me to remove or do you want me to add? I think it's remove, right? Is the sentiment? You want me to like remove and then insult you while it, so as in like, you know, like what do I say to you? Like, you can't appreciate this, you fucking idiot. This is why you're giving me more work. All right. Chop chop. Like what do you even want from me? What do you want me to do? Yeah, you got it. All right. Well, there you go. That was it. That mental image in your head just now was my fulfillment of it. Okay, stop asking. All I want for Christmas is you. Okay. Charis Euphranor. I'm right here. Stop calling for me. I'm right here. 1 horror game per month. This is from Grace. 1 horror game per month. No. The reason why is because I can't play horror games. I can't do it. I will get a heart attack and die. You don't get it. We want Charis Euphranor for Christmas. The thing is, like, if like that were to appear, you would regret it. Like, you would immediately think, oh shit, no, this actually is horrible. I'm immediately regretting it. And I need to work out why that's the case. I'm working on it. This is like a longer term project, okay? You'll understand. You will understand what I'm referring to right now in maybe like 3 months. I don't know. Who is we? I'm reading the damn message. Okay. So no, Grace, we're not doing that because I will die. I could probably, here's the negotiation, right? I'll play a horror game like in the anniversary stream. Maybe like during the anniversary month in June. Okay? Maybe that. Okay, this next one's from Lackey. Lackey. Lackey asks for, I was always hindered by my chronic illness in life. So if I could wish for anything for Christmas, of course I'd wish for a I can't believe I fell for that one too. I hate all of you. How did I not see that coming? How did I not even see that coming? Okay. And I'm not typing your name again. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that again. If I get another thing from you, I'm just gonna like cover the text and you just imagine your name on it, okay? A WAV form of Charis Euphranor crying and apologizing for 20 minutes. For what? What would I even be apologizing for? There would be nothing I would be apologizing for, because I'm always right, and I have never been wrong, and I've never been rude, and I've never done anything that would warrant an apology. So like, it would just be me crying for 20 minutes. In which case you can like loop the last episode of the Walking Dead season 1 stream that I did, where like I got a little teary-eyed and sniffly, and like, you know, I don't think I was crying, but I was like, you know, I was fighting the tears as I was like trying to explain my point. And like, you know, you can just loop that around for 20 minutes. That's it. That's what you wanted. That's it. No. Next one's from Lackey. I wish for Christmas Wittgenstein would rise from the dead and explain his philosophy to me. You know what? That would honestly be a top wish for so many philosophers right now, like contemporary philosophers. It would be like, can I just revive one old thinker, provided they have the proper tools for translation and all that, and to make sure there's no language barriers and across time and culture. And just ask them on about contemporary stuff. So much of philosophy now is literally just sock puppeting like old philosophers and going like, here's what Wittgenstein would say. Here's what Wittgenstein would say to this issue. And then people are arguing with each other now about what Wittgenstein would have said.
Says, damn, say me.
And so much of that discourse could just be solved if we could revive people and just have them explain their point. Like, why so much ink is wasted speculating on the dead man's thoughts. So much of that is contemporary philosophy. So honestly, this is a great wish, and one that a lot of academic philosophers probably resonate with. So good job on the wish. I can't grant it, but I assure you, if I could, you would not be referring to me as Charis Euphranor. You would be referring to me as Dr. Charis Euphranor, honorary, head professor tenured of, every university to ever exist. Because I could occupy every single position if I could reanimate the dead. So no, I can't do that for you. Okay, the next one's by Grace. I don't actually understand the sentiment. Okay, let me just pull this up. I don't understand the sentiment. So, Grace's wish is Charis Euphranor in this, and there's an image attached. I need to, put the image up. Where do I put this? I'm gonna put this on my desktop. I'm just gonna put this on my desktop. Okay. And it's like, Charis Euphranor in this, and then this is the image attached. I don't understand this, because, look at this. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because first of all, where is, the person, so if I were to wear this, if I were to wear this, you wouldn't see that I'm wearing this. I don't know what, because let's say I said, yeah, okay, I'll do that. I put this on, I do the makeup, I put on the I hold the whip and everything. You can't see that it's me. You won't know that it's me probably because it'll be hard to, I don't know, is this a mask? What is this? I can't tell if it's a mask or not. Anyway, I think it's a mask. I wouldn't be able to talk, so I would just be some person. So, is the knowledge that I'm wearing it enough? Because otherwise there'd be no, the whole outfit covers pretty much most of my physical features. Could I wear this? I think my body type could maybe barely fit this. I don't know if I'm hourglass enough to pull this off. But, even if I were, what, you wouldn't get anything out of this. This can be drawn. No, but what are you drawing? Because aren't you just drawing this? Isn't this a whole bodysuit? There's not a single part of the human that's exposed, right? I don't know. Question, how many wishes come from the Discord? So far, everything we've covered comes from the Discord. So far, that's everything. Okay. You probably can't pull it off, to be honest. You can't match its energy. Yeah, I also just, that's the other thing, is, I don't see why I would be in this in the first place. I don't think it would work. Okay, like I just don't think it would work. I am not opposed to someone else doing this, like, as in, like, this is not like, oh, nobody should wear this. You can wear this if you want. It's just probably shouldn't be me, for many reasons. And if, you know, because you just want the knowledge that I'm wearing it, if you just lie to yourself that that's me in there right now, then problem solved. It me. Hold on. There you go. That's it. That's in essence what you wanted. This is in essence what you've wanted. Charis, check the art tab right now.
The laugh.
Merry Christmas. That was what that was for. You did that, all of that. You did all of that setup for this. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. You know what the worst part is? The worst part is there's like a vague resemblance of me. And that's terrifying. Like I couldn't even imagine this. Like, I genuinely, if you asked me before you showed me this to imagine what it would be like for me to wear it, I would struggle because I would just say, like, no, it would just be the same suit. I would just be in it. But you've somehow managed to, like, morph my face into the... I don't understand this. I actually don't get this. I can't hang this on my wall. I can't hang this on my wall. I can't do this. I can't. We need this for the rest of the stream. Oh my god. We'll do a few more messages maybe with this on. Next one's from Tia. Hello, Tia. When Axion and I get married, will you please be the maid of honor? What the hell is a maid of honor? What do I have to... It really all depends on what I have to wear. Maid of honor. What do you wear? Do I just have to wear a dress? What if I wore this? What if I just wore this right now? What if I just wore this as the maid of honor? What? Would that be sufficient? If so, like, I wouldn't wear this. But I don't know. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I don't know. Why do I need to be there? Why do I even need to be there? Why? I guess I know why I need to be there. But, like, you know, why do I need to, whatever. Take it up with Axe. That's Ask him about this, okay? I have no opinions on this. I don't care. I don't care. And also, yes, predictable. We're moving on. You need to show up at our wedding and do a speech congratulating us. Oh. Do I have to? Can it be like, can I show up and then do a speech insulting you guys? Can we do that? Can we have it like, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do weddings only if I'm there to just insult. I don't even do weddings actually. I'm making an exception for you, Tia. I don't normally do weddings. You have to understand. I only do like Make-A-Wish. I only do Make-A-Wish things, okay? I don't do weddings. I don't do birthdays. But I would do a wedding for you if you allowed me to actually just insult you guys instead, and then call you like a simp or something. Like, you know, if that were on the table, then maybe. Do you do funerals? I do not do funerals. Don't ask me to a funeral. Don't do that. I will not do a funeral. I don't do funerals. Okay. Zero asks, when I finally get a girlfriend, will you congratulate me? Yeah, I will. I actually would. I would congratulate you, and then that would be it, actually. But I won't have to worry about that for a while. So can I get a little kiss on my forehead? No. What would that even, like... I'm not even... No, I'm like... What would I, like, do? Kiss my microphone? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I speak into this thing. No. Can you tell me what a good job... Okay, the next one is... Can't... Okay. Can you tell me what a good job I'm doing? I could tell you what a good job you were doing if I knew the job you were, if I knew how well you were doing the job. I do not know how well you're doing the job. And from what I understand, you probably aren't doing very well anyways. So no, I can't, because then it would be, if you just want me to say good job, what you can do is you can extrapolate, you can just edit down like the half a second in that sentence where I said those two words. I forgot that I actually genuinely forgot that I was supposed to be nice to you guys this stream. Like, it just hit me just now. It hit me just now that I'm supposed to be nice to everyone. I completely forgot about this. Okay. Tara asks for, I wish for Charis Euphranor to read every single one of these on stream. Well, there you go. And then this is then it just now it's a now at this point in like the thread I created, like people just started discussing the wishes rather than actually making more wishes. I gotta skip ahead. Okay, I found another one. I found another wish. This is from Tara. I also wish for a Kindle or other e-reader. It's on my list to buy one, but free is better. It is. I don't have an e-reader or a Kindle myself. I read stuff on my phone, and I think that's weird. I sometimes read stuff on like a tablet that I borrow. But usually, like, I don't really engage in if I'm crawling through the dirt of engaging in an ebook, I will just read it on my laptop or on my PC. Or on like a device that I already have. Like, I wouldn't get a new device just for that personally. And if I wanted, you know, the best, if it's either the cheapest experience or it's the best experience. The best experience is just buying the book itself. That is the best experience, I think, because I just kind of like the feel of the pages. So like, what I'm trying to say is Kindle e-reader sounds cool, but I wouldn't be into it. I don't know why I gave my opinion on it, because you asked me to get one for you and not for myself. No, I could direct you to what you should read on your Kindle, and that would maybe be, what am I reading right now? Right now, I'm reading The Cambridge Companion to Kierkegaard. That's what I'm reading. You should read that. That's something you could read. By Alistair Hannay, I think, is the writer, or the editor of that, at least. So that one's pretty good. You can go read that, and that's free too if you know how to pirate stuff. And by that I mean look up like Z library or whatever. Anyways. You are all coughing in 3 days. That wasn't even a wish, that was a threat. And like that doesn't even matter. I've been coughing since 3 weeks ago. Okay, next one's a wish too. Let's see it. This one is from Maybe. A community movie night where Cherry watches the entire Trolls franchise, or just the second one. I'm not picky and tells me I have good taste in movies. Is that the one with the music? Is that the one with like the musical? What is Trolls about? Trolls is a 2016 American animated jukebox musical comedy film produced by DreamWorks, based on the Good Luck Troll Dolls line. It was directed by Mike Mitchell, written by blah, 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 blah. Okay, yep. Trolls are small, cute, colorful, perpetually happy creatures who like to sing, dance, and hug all day. They're discovered by Bergens, large, hideous, and miserable creatures who believe they can only feel happy by consuming a troll. The Bergens imprison the trolls in a caged tree and eat them every year on a special occasion called Trollstice. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole plot, never mind. This is the one with like the songs in it, right? I know that was not an apt description of anything, but like, you know what I'm referring to. Redo, please. You haven't been nice since the third wish. I can't do it again. I can't do this again. I can't. This is taking the life force out of me. I can't do this. +1 and also community movie night where Charis Euphranor watches Hereditary with me and cries in fear. I don't know what Hereditary is and I don't want to watch it. I already know I don't want to watch it. Maybe Trolls and probably not Hereditary. Okay, so wish conditionally granted at some point in the future, I guess. Wish for another parrot-only stream. Let's see. We're not doing a parrot-only stream because parrot is not entertaining enough. Because all parrot is just a reflection of you guys in chat, and that's just not. It's just not it. You know, it just isn't. Are you a musical fan? I like some musicals. I think like the most recent one I've watched. Let me think. Is probably. Oh my! It's been a while since I've watched a musical. It probably is Les Miserables, but it's been like over a year since I've watched that. It was really good. It was like, you know, easily my favorite thing, and I still have the songs on loop, but I don't think I've watched anything since. Les Miserables. I think I watched Tick Tick Boom as well. That was something I watched recently. E-readers use ink stuff or something. The display is different, so reading in them is a lot better than normal screens than I heard. Okay. I mean, I don't know anything about them, but... Lackey asks, weren't we supposed to send out Christmas wishes here and not argue? Yes, you were, and you've all failed spectacularly. I wish for all of us to go... I'm not even going to write these down anymore. I'm not even writing these down. I wish for all of us to go gambling. A Vegas trip funded by Charis Euphranor. No. I can't afford... I couldn't even afford to gamble... I couldn't even afford to pay for my own gambling. How do I pay for everyone else's gambling? Who probably have less self-control and skill than I do. No, we're not having that here. Okay, Tara has said an actual wish here, so I should do this. Can you say you're a fan of Hamilton? I don't think I've said that. I'm a fan of Hamilton. I've said that I know some of the songs from Hamilton, and they could be pretty good. but I've not actually watched Hamilton yet, so I can't call myself a fan. I also think there's something interestingly weird about the premise, but I'm not apt enough to go into it at the moment. Anyways. Maybe you would like Epic if you haven't seen it already. I've heard talk of it. I'll get to it. But I think I like this one, actually. Tara. I wish I could truly share my favorite festival with someone. That seems to me a very sincere and earnest wish. I think that's not something I could grant to you within my power, but it is something I hope happens. I don't really have any sway in the matter. You do, though. So all I can do in my power is to help you arm yourself to prepare for that occasion shall it arise. Generally, sharing things with people involves going out and talking to them. That's one thing. No, but like on a serious note, I think like I think don't maybe start thinking of it in terms of like, oh, I want this person to be like a romantic partner or whatever, like, you know, to have stricter restrictions on that, but just like to hang out with people who are cool. In general is what I will say. Now, this is not accounting for certain things like perhaps difficulties you may have physically going out and dealing with stuff. Maybe you have like, maybe there are certain conditions that make it harder for you to share moments with people. I don't have the answer to that because I'm like, you know, I'm a philosophy major. What I will say is you are capable of bonding. You are capable of extending yourself to someone else. And likewise, you need to look for people who are willing to receive you in that way. And it's not just like one person, and it's not like in a romantic context. It's just people who are willing to befriend, talk to you, just hang out or whatever. And they exist, but they're hard to look for. My advice is this. My advice is be a little nicer than you would normally, but not too much so that it's creepy. Be like 50% nicer than you would be if you were close to people to start interacting with people. When you start interacting with people, be 50% nicer than you really are. And then when you familiarize yourself with them and vice versa, you can kind of revert to your true final form. I guess. Don't like lie. But do like exaggerate your good qualities, because otherwise people won't see them. Because you know your good qualities, but other people don't. So you gotta like, even if it feels like you're being fake or whatever, you have to play up what you think makes you you, at least for the first few impressions. And then after that, like once that is settled into their heads and they have an expectation of you, you don't have to feel the need to maybe, you know, push for that as much, I guess. I specifically didn't say romantic. Yeah, I just believe it truly would be a more special night than it is every year if the phone was shared, but the idea is always tempting. Yeah, I mean, put yourself out there is not interesting advice. I would say like get into a hobby that involves other people, and don't be within your comfort zone of hobbies. Don't like engage in shit you already like, because the chances are you're doing that and it's not working. Engage in like new stuff, and then if you don't like it, just don't do it again. Don't like do drugs, probably don't set yourself up to spiral, but you know, like, I don't know, try knitting. You could go to a book club. You could like do a bunch of other things, I guess, that might not normally be within your zone of like, I guess, watching VTubers. And then branch out from there. And if it fails, if it sucks, then the way I see it is like, that's one off the list. You know, you strike that community out, you strike that group out, and you go, all right, next. You're just shopping. You're just shopping for like people that'll actually talk to you, right? Is the idea. But it's hard. The first step is hard, and there's nothing I can do. There's only so much advice I can give. Like, do this, do this, do that. Employ these strategies. At the end of the day, I think what would probably truly be the most important thing to convey here is that you have to not just want it, but you have to want it so bad that you are willing to tank the psychological pain of the unknown and the difficult and the awkward and the uncertainty of life. You have to want this so much that you will tank the inevitable damage you will get from being rejected or just not vibing with people and wasting a night, wasting 2, maybe even a week just trying to hang out with people and that you don't really vibe with. Like you have to want this so much more than you do right now. Because I think right now you want this, but you don't want it enough. I really think that's the case. Because I think if you really wanted it enough, you would be able to bear the pain and the awkwardness of having to go out and put yourself in situations that risk embarrassment, that risk rejection, that risk generally socially undesirable things. Right? If that risk sounds too much, if that cost is too high, then that means your perceived gain is not high enough. And that means you don't want it as much. You don't want it that badly. You don't want it enough. You need to really, really want this thing. That is so important, because if you do, you will tank all of those hits. You will tank all of the bullshit, and you will eventually get it. So it might sound weird, but all the advice of, do this, do that, employ these strategies is entirely personal and entirely dependent on your context and circumstances. I could only venture guesses, right? And that's all generic advice. The only, I think, real advice that might even shed an ounce of help is my poking you. Thank you. It's my poking you and saying, I'm not trying to insult you and your, whatever, and your personhood. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't seem like you want this enough. Is this really your wish? Is this really your wish? Do you truly want this with all of your heart? Because if that were the case, you already know what to do. You have the answers in front of you. You just need to go out and go grab it. The only reason you haven't done that yet is because you don't want this enough. So want this thing and want it more. And bear your soul in front of you and charge forward. Okay? That's what you need to do. There you go. I moved the damn background instead of the... I need to lock the background. Hold on, where is that? There it is. Okay. Can you be this serious, helpful, and genuine for the rest of the wishes? No, I'm that's it. That's all I had in me. No, what do I know? I know. I will I guess I'll to add on to that to just as a final remark, right? I don't say that because I kind of believe it and there's a theory, no, I say this. I said all that shit because that's what I had to do. Because I didn't realize that I said I wanted these. I want this thing. I want that thing. I sat down one day and I was like, do I really want this? How much do I want this? I probably just kind of like the idea of it and I want to fantasize about it. I want to daydream about it. But I don't truly want this. And for a while I was lost because I didn't really want anything that badly. And I think that's okay too. But then the moment hit me and I realized what I really, 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 really wanted. And I did nothing but put my head down and just push myself through all the discomfort to get that thing. And I did it, flawlessly. I can't tell you what it is because it's really personal. And I don't mean it's juicy lore. I mean it's personal stuff that, is not really something I ever want to get into. because it involves a bit too many like moving pieces that I'm uncomfortable like just explaining. But like the long and short of it is like I only say this because it worked for me. There you go. So ask yourself what you really want, I guess. And if that is what you really want, then you need to want it more. Here are some wishes from Fufu, who is probably asleep now. Hello from the past, Fufu, who is likely watching the VOD here. Wait, why is the thing on? Yeah. Okay. I understand. He's telling me to read all of Camus and read and find the meaning to my life. No, I'm telling you to read Kierkegaard. No, turn inwards and ask yourself the questions that you've been avoiding. And you know what those are. You have the answers in front of you. I'm just asking you to take them. Alright, Fufu asks, I wish the AI bubble to pop, though we will all suffer the consequences, except the ultra-rich again. Disgust. Also, I wish for a cooking stream from the anxiety-ridden chairman, so it will never happen. Also, a Big Mac, a large Boke, a 6-piece bacon nugget, and 3 chocolate book, please. Okay. The AI bubble will pop, I think. Is it gonna pop? Let's see. Yeah, it will pop eventually, I think. No, it might not actually. No, it won't, because I don't think it's a bubble in the traditional sense. I think it's a bubble if you're like a consumer. But society's never, or like, you know, the average consumer. If you're like the average middle class person. But society's never been about you. And society has, you know, it will never be about you. Unless something really, really big changes. As a whole, right? It's about the people who benefit from it the most, who are in power, right? And they don't care, and it doesn't matter to them. It's good for them, actually. And that's why it's happening. Everything that happens in life right now, outside of your very personal scope, in a more public sense, happens because it benefits someone who has more power than you. That's why it happens. Why this? Why that? Because this is benefiting someone who has more money than you, more sway than you, and like was born into something that you will never have, ever. That's why it's happening. Everything is happening because of that. Everything is happening to spin that wheel. And to turn those gears. No cooking stream, probably. Okay. If I can... one of my New Year's resolutions is to actually figure out how to do other things in content creation, such as handcam streams. And if I can do a handcam stream, I might be able to entertain the idea of a cooking stream, but I'll have to see. I probably couldn't give you a Big Mac, a large bulk, a 6-piece bacon nugget, and 3 chocolate bip bookies, but like I think you could get those like some fast food chain. I'm sure you can. So I almost missed this, but there is a comment from Axion in chat. I'm gonna put that in here. Axe asks for a Christmas wish that is for Charis and Parrot to live together happily ever after. Thank you. That is selfless, as usual, I guess, and noble of you to say. I think we will live together. Now, happily is a strong word, and I don't know if I'm ready to use that word yet. But you know, we will live together for a while. So we've got like most of that. We got most of that wish fulfilled. Thank you, Axe. The AI bubble won't pop because the government has money into the technology. It'll be around plastic. It'll be around like plastic in our food. I think there's a difference, but I'm not ready to get into that today. Though I wouldn't say it's too much of a difference that it would take away from your main sentiment that I'm sort of gathering from your tone of language. I got to Ari's message and I've been requested to sing it. Hold on, I'm getting there. How does this work? For the 12th day of Christmas, Charis Euphranor gave to me 12 months of paid rent, 11 new button-up shirts, 10 courses passed with flying colors. I can't do it, sorry, I'm like sick. 9 books to read on stream, 8 horror games played on stream, 7. I don't remember the tune of the song. How does it even go? How does the thing go? How does it even... Hold on, give me a second. 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of Christmas. I'm gonna get copyright struck. Give me a second. Hold on. I need to mute this. You can't... I need to... Hold on. Super simple songs. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, that's how the song goes. I can't do it again because I don't remember. I can't remember the tune and then also rewrite all the lyrics. So I'm just going to pretend like I did that with the lyrics you wrote. I don't know. I don't know how to like I can't remember that. Like what the hell? 12 months of paid rent, 11 new button-up shirts, 10 courses passed with flying colors. You're adding too many like syllables to this. 9 books read on streams, 8 horror games played on stream, 7 viewers complimented appreciated, 6 movie watch-alongs, 5 apologies for transgressions, 4 cross-dressing streams, 4 cross-dressing streams, 3 events for the community, 2 Detra paid to artists, and 1 ring to rule them all. Okay, we mostly got there. That was this way. Alright, that was... Alright. This is the bare minimum. Alright. Next one is a wish from Snowy Owl. Snowy Owl. Male diva in the making.
You don't know how hyped I was during the first Arcane karaoke.
I wish for Charis Euphranor to play Bloodborne, including the DLC, Snowy Owl. Snowy Owl, that request is granted on the condition that it arrives on Steam so I can play it on PC. Because I need to play it on PC. I wish for that Swedish straw goat to burn this year. What are you referring to? Swedish straw goat. Swedish straw goat. Swedish straw goat. Oh, the Yule goat. Yeah. You want that to burn. Okay, I can't do that because I would definitely be put in jail. That's like really illegal. What is your answer to my wish? Will you grant it, oh Charis? I already sang it. What more do you want from me? No to the rent. Button-up shirts, maybe. 10 courses passed. Sure. Passing, sure. Flying colors, no. Like you're looking at the world's middest, like 2-1 student to ever. I literally barely I barely got to the 2-1 threshold in my graduation. Okay, you do not want academic blessings from me. You don't. Walk away right now if what you're looking for is superfluous. 9 books read on stream, that we can do. 8 horror games, no. 7 viewers complimented, no. 6 movie watch-alongs, maybe. 5 apologies from transgressions, unnecessary. 4 cross-dressing streams, no, probably not. 3 events for the community, sure. 2 debts repaid to artists, sure, but like in a while. And 1 ring to rule them all. Can't help you with that one. There you go. Okay. Lackey
I paid for
asks,
those tights. You need to do 5 streams in them.
Oh my god, I don't even know how they work. I'll have to like figure out the technology because there's a whole new app I need to download to get that working. Okay, it's a whole new asset. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't know. I'll do it eventually. Okay, I'll do it eventually. Whatever. On the Lackey asks or sings, on the first day of Christmas, Charis gave to me his degree in philosophy. Is that what? How many syllables are in that? On the first day of Christmas, Charis gave to me his degree in philosophy. That's probably how that goes. Yeah, okay. I wish that okay, I'm not even reading that. Also for Charis to summon me at least once during his playthrough. Well, if granted, as long as Bloodborne's on PC. That was for the Bloodborne thing earlier. I wish for unlimited wishes. I already gave you unlimited wishes. I wish for the end of all things. No, because that if you wanted that, you can go watch the like Slay the Princess stream where I talk about the end of everything. Evil Owl wishes to be God. I can't do that. I wish for hot chalky. You can do that. You don't need me to do that. You do that yourself. Get up, Zero, you lazy fuck, and make yourself hot chalky. Okay, there you go. I wish that Charis Euphranor would sing Closer by 9 Inch Nails during the Valentine's karaoke. Closer by 9 Inch Nails. Okay, I made a new playlist for it. Alright, whatever. I'll, like, deal with it later. Okay. Let me judge over all that exists. Stop asking for godlike power. Sincerely, I wish for my friends... Speaking of Tia, the last one I hear from Discord is from Tia. We finally got through all of them. Sincerely, I wish for my friends Axion and Charis Euphranor, as well as all our viewers, to have a lovely Christmas this year. I gotta put this up. I don't know why I didn't put this up yet. Thank you, Tia. There we are. Sincerely, I wish for all my friends, Axion and Charis Euphranor, as well as all our viewers, to have a lovely Christmas this year, by Tia Fair. Tia, your wish is not within my power to grant, because some people might not have a lovely Christmas this year, and that is out of my control. I didn't do it, okay? Don't blame me if you end up with a shitty Christmas, okay? It's not my fault. But, if it was good, then it was my doing. If it wasn't good, then it wasn't my fault, okay? There you go. Right. It's kind of like you know how when when people go into surgery and like if they botch the surgery they blame the doctor or the surgeon, and if the surgery is a success they thank God. Like that's what we're operating on here. If your Christmas sucks, that's on you. If your Christmas is good, it's because I blessed it. No, I need your reaction now, please. It's important. Do the thing you did for Life is Strange where you listen to your own news. Ah. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Alright. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. What? I don't want to sing this. This is like, I'm gonna get put on a list. I'm not. I would be, you're gonna put me on a list. In fairness, I've never listened to 9 Inch Nails. I didn't know what to expect. This is their biggest song. Okay. These are very visceral. This is interesting. I'm not listening to the whole song yet, but this is interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, whatever. I don't know how to feel about it yet. Pamela Harrington asks, or wishes, what I want for Christmas is to go home for Christmas. I've been away from home for about 7 years. I want to go home. I get that. I get that, Pamela. I'll put your wish up. The music's a bit too loud. Hold on. Pamela. Sorry. Hope you get to go home. If not, I hope you get to go home next year. Or, sometime soon. I know what it's like to be away from home and want to go back. I can't really tell you why I know how it feels, but I do. It depends on, your reasons for why you're not back, right? But if it is because you can't be, like, it's something that's out of your control, and it will never be things will never be the same, and you'll never be able to go back home the way you remembered it, then the only way really to move on from that is to accept that you're not longing just for a place, you're longing for a time, and you can't go back in time. And rather than try to, rather than constantly broil in the regret or the sort of the looking back in time and thinking, if only it were 10 years ago or whatever, or 7 years ago, right? Rather than think backwards in time, think forwards in it because that's the direction you're going. And if that doesn't lead to home for one reason or another, it sucks. It does. But try to make it work where you are, I guess. If it's home because of like family, then, you know, that's really hard. I get that. Hang out with people you're close to, I guess. Socialize with them. Talk about home. Talk about things you miss. You won't believe how much it really helps to just talk about this stuff with people who also miss it, and then you can like miss it together. It's a good kind of bonding experience. So I guess that's really all I can offer. But wish, unfortunately, probably not within my power to grant, Pamela. I hope that nonetheless it happens for you. Excellent. And in good time too. 2 hours, we covered all the wishes. I don't think anyone has wished for anything on my post. I lied. There are 2 wishes on my post.
The post.
The post indeed. The post indeed. Tara again greedily asks for another thing. I wish you would actually start your streams on time. Do you really? Would it be the same if you could just click and expect something and not be surprised anymore? If it were all predictable, if I adhered to a tight schedule that were, you know, risk averse and profit conscious? No, that's not what shakes the soul. So no, you actually do not want my streams to start on time. On a serious note, my tardiness is something to improve upon. I haven't really touched on this, and I don't know if I will. But if I do ever do a stream before New Year's, or like right at New Year's, I'll probably do like a New Year's resolution stream, and then that'll be something I expand upon in more detail. But if I don't get around to doing that, then one of my bigger New Year's resolutions is to cut my like lateness in half. Maybe not eliminate it, but like be able to manage and organize time, because that's always been one of my weaknesses, is I'm really loose with time. And hey, look, if I'm late to something, like an agreed upon thing, I would gladly spend more time there to make up for it, for being late. Like, I'm very okay with being with making up for being late by staying for longer and doing more, right? Like, that is something I'm really, really willing to do. I enjoy not being confined by time. I like to think of time not as the great restrictor that must get me from one thing to another, and more like, you know, time works for me, okay, is the way I want to see it. And that means that if I say I'll stream for 2 hours and I end up streaming for 3, then I'm not going to worry about it, because it's like, well, I had a good, like, I'm doing it. But if I say I'm going to meet at this time, and then I don't, and then I show up like 10 minutes late, it is disrespectful of other people's time and other people's, you know, perspectives on time, because not everyone shares like my view of time. Because if everyone shared my view of time, we would all be late, and we would all be okay with other people being late, because it's like, well, you know, such is time and such is life. But not everyone feels that way. Not everyone has like the patience that I do, I guess. Maybe is a very bad and conceited way to put it, but I mean that genuinely. It might be a little conceited, but I am super willing to just wait, and for lack of a better word, waste time. Like, that to me doesn't, I feel like time could not truly be wasted. Generally, I've never felt like I've wasted my time in a long, okay, yes and no. The one time in my whole life where I genuinely thought I wasted my fucking time was such an important and powerful lesson that it ended up not being that waste of time because I learned something that I could not have ever learned any other way. So from that, I guess like it all worked out anyways. So I don't think there's ever been a moment where I was like, this is a waste of time. Because if I'm bored, I'll like pick up a book. I'll start reading. Okay, what if I have nothing to read? Well, I'll like start thinking about stuff in my brain. There's always something to work on, something to tinker with in there, in my head. So I've never been bored. Time can pass, and I'm okay with that as well. But I understand not everyone's like that. And because of that, I do actually, despite... So here's the way it works, right? Is despite the fact that I don't think it's a big deal to be late, personally, I understand that like the way this works in a social setting is that other people mind, and they might be wrong. Like you might be wrong for minding the fact that I'm late. Like, and I'm very happy to say that you're wrong too. But at the end of it, I probably should try to accommodate for your shortcomings. Is the conceited way to put it, right? I don't know why Chairman isn't reading any of my music-related comments, but with the right training, he could one day become my vocal superior. Low-key wish to fund his singing lessons. Thank you, Tia. I haven't read them because I read them in my head, and then I couldn't really think of how to respond to them, so I didn't really. No, but I've read them in my head. I don't know what to say. Other than thank you. So thank you. And I will acknowledge that I've read them, I think. Unless I missed some, but like I probably read some. You missed the Lackey wish too, but whatever. Did I? What did I miss? I wish I had no work to do, Lackey says. Well, me too. But get used to it. You know who else wishes there? You know who else wishes there's no work to do? Every single CEO. Every single corpo higher up wishes that there was no work to be done and only profit to be made, because that would cut costs, that would minimize costs, maximize revenue, and therefore profit, and like they could retire with 6 more yachts. That's their wish too, and that's why we're in this fucking dilemma. Okay, that's why we're having all these damn problems. So don't wish for that. Thank you. Also, I wish for an oboe, says FCF. Okay, here we go. Oboe. How much are those? Oboe. Nice. Okay, $400? That's the student one? Oh, Christ. No wonder you put that on your Christmas wish list. Well, I can't, that's not happening, so. That is not happening. Also, I wish that you get the CEO and workers of NVIDIA, OpenAI, and Palantir to lock the entrances to recreate the movie The Belkin Experiment. I do not know the reference you are referring to, but I think that's based. Wow, based. Alright, just assume that's my response. Belko, okay. What are your Christmas wishes, Chairman? I waited hold on. I think I'm a bit loud. Hold on. Okay, there's this. Sorry, I was like adjusting my mic. Sorry. Sorry, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? I started stream. I waited 2 hours and 15 minutes for someone finally to ask me what my wishes were. $400 where? How? The cheapest you'll find is $900 for an oboe. I'm looking at a student one. That was like a student one. It was a student oboe, which is probably not very good. I'm gonna imagine, right? Well, we matter more than you do. So I was just hoping you guys would understand how wrong that was, but you know, alas, it's a slow process. Learning is. And I guess finally for the posts, FCF wishes for more reading streams. Granted, not so much a stream. I'm recording FZF. I'm in the middle of recording Schoolgirl by Osamu Dazai because you specifically requested it. Okay, so like I can't get any more wish fulfilling than that. I'm literally doing the thing that you asked for. There's that's the only wish probably today, right? That I've probably actually fulfilled to the original intent. I don't think I've fulfilled anything else today in the past 2 hours. This is the one thing I'm actually fulfilling. Oh, I wanted to discuss it live. I mean, like we could, because like I've only recorded it halfway. The thing is I need to make time to read it, to read it on stream. And I can't because there's of various things. I think what I could do is I could make it a premiere and then just show up in the comments and then we'll talk about it on the comments. That's probably the most I could do, but yeah. You won't give me your stream, your Steam username so as long as I can gift you anything? I'm not asking for gifts. I'm not asking for gifts. I just wanted someone to ask the question, what do you want, Charis Euphranor? And for me to go, that's okay, I don't want anything. You know, I just wanted that exchange, and I wanted that to happen like early on, and it didn't, and I just kind of let the moment pass. I was like, whatever, no one's gonna... I was gonna use that to like bounce off, to just jump from that to like, yeah, I'm such a great person. It doesn't even matter what I want, because I'm here for you guys. I'm so selfless. And like, that doesn't happen at all. So it doesn't matter. Forget it. I wish for cupcakes. You can go get those yourself, please. I don't know if I can do that for you. I'm not good at baking. I wouldn't be able to do that. You fulfilled my wish of you reading every wish. That's true. I did that too. Yep. And half of Hannah's wish because you said she could potentially someday possibly be cute. I think I did suggest that at some point in time. Yeah. I'm gonna make them tomorrow. All right, cool. Have fun with that. I wish for you to give me a Charis Euphranor character sheet. Wish... unfortunately denied because our team is super swamped, and I have actually recently asked our team for an extensive character sheet, to which she replied like, I'm sorry, I really can't do this at this time, and I just said, don't worry about it. I know it's not urgent at all. This doesn't matter in the slightest. Please take your time. Our team, happy holiday. Call if you need me. Is kind of what I said. So like, you know, that, so no, we're not no character sheet, unfortunately. Since Charis only reads the joke wishes, in that case, I wish for Half-Life 3 Bloodborne on Steam and an SSD at a reasonable price. Oh. How am I going to upgrade my PC now when all of the computing is going to AI data centers? I wish for a good night's sleep. Me too. Have a good night, FCF. If you don't, then it's not my fault. I wished it. Okay, that's the most I could do. I could collaborate with Loika to put that out if it helps. I appreciate the sentiment, Tia. I'll pass it on to her and see what she thinks. I'll like, you know, knock on the door again, so to speak. Oh. Okay, that's all the wishes, right? There you go. That's all the wishes. That's every wish. That's it. That's all the wishes. I think we covered every wish. We did every wish. Honestly,
I wish for my ADHD meds to be delivered before Saturday. They won't be.
all right, you've denied your own wish, so there it is. You've already explained why your wish is unfulfillable and unreasonable. What I really wanted to do, the spirit of today was like really supposed to just think about wishes rather than just read them out. But I'd spent so much time reading them out that I don't have the capacity to think about them too much. Generally, when one makes a wish, so here's what young Charis Euphranor thought. I wish for the stream to end. Asks Gentle. Okay, the stream will end, so your wish has been granted. It's just not ending like right now, but like it will end. There will be there's a finitude that's contained in this, and that's what makes it beautiful, right? That's the whole thing with human existence. I wish for more drunk Charis Euphranor streams. Granted, I just need to find an apt opportunity to do it. Maybe when I play like the other David Cage game. The one time I wished Charis a positive wish, he ignores it because he wants to keep the agenda that we're sarcastic jackasses. What did you say that's like a genuine wish? Where is it? I didn't see it. I missed it. Hold on. Let me die. What did you say? How do I check your messages? I'm sorry, I actually missed that. Let me die. I'm sorry. I'm going back through your chat logs. I missed that. I wish that next year you find a video game you truly resonate with. I found 2 games I personally resonated with, and I hope you can experience the same at your age.
Jason.
That's a good wish. Sorry, I actually missed that. That's my fault. Sorry. Okay. I wish that next year you find a video game you truly resonate with. I found 2 games I personally resonated with, and I hope you can experience the same at your age. From Let Me Die. What was a game that I really resonated with this year? I don't know. Let me think. This year, it was definitely not 5 Hearts Under One Roof. I'm looking through my Steam right now. Colonel Sanders, no. Date with Death, I think I enjoyed it, and I didn't resonate with Date with Death because I think the whole game was like you are talking to this person, and I didn't resonate with the person, like with the person I'm playing as. I resonated with like the Casper, and like it didn't, like it felt like I was talking to myself half the time, and I was like, no, he's right, you know, like this is an appropriate work relation. We should call HR. Florence was pretty good. It was short and sweet. Helltaker was fun. Katawa Shoujo was actually good. I don't know if it resonated, so to speak, but it was good. It made me feel something, and I can't believe that a dating sim, like a visual novel dating sim, made me feel something. Like I didn't think that'd be possible, but Katawa Shoujo proved it. So you know what, that was pretty good. Needy Streamer Overload, oh, that made me feel something too, but not in the positive sense. It did the opposite of resonate. It dissonance to me. What's the opposite of resonate? Opposite of resonate. It quietened. What? It lulled, quelled. It doesn't really work. dissonate, I guess. Yeah. So that was a video game that dissonated with me very powerfully. Like, it was very good, and I acknowledge that Needy Streamer Overload was very good, but I'd never felt so little resonance. Did you like Higurashi? Zero, you're gonna love this. Zero, I bought chapter 2 because it was on sale of Higurashi When They Cry. So, we'll get to that eventually, but, like, I have it, so, like, you're welcome, I guess, in advance. Dream Daddy was kind of fun. Not really resonate, though. I resonated with Game of Sisyphus a little bit. I didn't. That's a lie. The game itself was okay. I resonated with the experience of playing that on a stream. That was a magical moment for me. Getting Over It was ass. Vampire Therapist was pretty good, but it was a bit too lengthy for me. And a bit too, like... I don't know. It was a little much for me. Slay the Princess resonated probably the most, at least so far, from what I've seen. Slay the Princess resonated. It was really good. The Walking Dead, yeah, especially season 1. Volcano Princess was okay. What Remains of Edith Finch was good. It was really good. And that there was a moment in the game that resonated. But I would say overall the game... It did resonate. It resonated, I think, yeah. Yeah, no, it did resonate. What Remains of Edith Finch was good. You definitely loved Iron Lung, though. Fucking goddamn it. Date Everything resonated. No, nothing in Date Everything resonated except for maybe the Dust Bunny character, who on the date started yapping about her PhD. That resonated with me. That I was like, yeah, we're cooking with this. We were cooking with oil with that. Detroit Become Human was really fun to talk about. Taylor's Principle did not resonate, unfortunately. Towards the end, it felt tiring towards the end. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance resonated as fuck. It wasn't today. This year, I didn't discover this game recently. I discovered it a few years ago. But oh man. Oh man, that was good. Metal Gear. Oh, yes. Except for that damn, like... That damn Gorilla Gauntlet. I hated the Gorilla Gauntlet. I never want to do that again. I never wanted to play a video game. I never wanted to put down a video game that badly until I got to that level, man. Fuck that level. Everything else, including the boss fights, felt fine in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Are you going to play more Metal Gear games? I am. I'm going to play more. Thinking about how to integrate them, but I'm definitely playing more. I've unlocked every achievement for Needy Streamer Overload, and I feel like that says a lot. It does say a lot. In fact, it says too much. No lie, I started reading ahead in Higurashi after the October stream. Let me just have to do it then. God damn it. Fuck. He resonated with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Where was the comment? Sorry. Because he could cause harm to women. No, man, no. I didn't really resonate with it at all, but not because of that. Or, well, not because of that, whatever. Blueprints was really good. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I resonated with Blueprints. Hades 2. Right, yeah, that technically was this year. I mean, it was also last year, but it was basically this year. And you know what? It actually didn't resonate at first, and then now it resonated because the ending changed. And prior to the change, the ending was so ass that I really didn't enjoy that. Then we played Limbo. That was whatever. It was okay. It was fine. Played Little Nightmares 3 with Axion, and I got to complain about it, or at least say that it was okay. It was kind of mid, which is true. Five Nights at Freddy's. and Dispatch. Those are all the games. I think that, and that's everything that we played this year. Dispatch is good, and I want more, but it's not my favorite thing right now, and it didn't really resonate. I didn't quite feel like, oh, this was made for me. I've only played a little bit of Celeste, so about a stream, but that game's hitting pretty good, too. Did you like Slay the Princess? I loved it. I spent a good amount of time talking about it, so just read me talking about it. Watch me talk about it in, like, the stream, VOD. I'm sure eventually in 20 years someone will have an edited down version of it and you can watch that then. But for now, just go back to that, I guess, if you want to know my thoughts on it. Because I'm not regurgitating them here, but basically I liked it and it was really good. If that's all you wanted. If that's all you wanted, like, you know, that, there you go. If you want to know why I liked it and why I think it's good, then you need to go watch the VOD. One last wish. Before stream ends, could you stream The Witness, then do a reading stream of Gravity's Rainbow by Thomas Pynchon, then play The Looker? This order is important, you adhere to it. No, it's a lot. That's too much and I'm tired. I'm not doing that because it's too much and I'm tired. He didn't resonate with Wanderslop. Wanderslop is funny. I honestly, sadly, I just don't think I was in the... Okay, Wanderslop would have been so good if I needed to play. If it were a game that was for me. Because, and I recognize the mastery of it. I recognize how good it is. And I like that. I can see that it was made by Davey Wreden, who's one of the, you know, greatest... Who has made my greatest experience ever, right? In video game, like, in my video game history. In the form of the Stanley Parable and Ultra Deluxe. Technically 2 experiences, but it's kind of 1 experience. What is an experience, right? He made Wanderstop, and I thought Wanderstop was incredible. But Wanderstop is for the type of person who needs healing from a certain sort of not mental state. That's not really what I want to say. As from a certain kind of like point in their life, and I'm past that point in my life. So it resonates in the sense of like, yeah, that's real, but I don't feel it because I've already gone past it. This isn't me. This is maybe someone I know. This is people I know, but it's not me. So Wanderstop was really good, but I just didn't get around to finishing it because I felt, well, like, you know, I don't need to, and that's fine. Like, I'll come back to the game eventually, but it did not resonate, and not because it's bad. It's only because it's made for a very specific person in a very specific time of their life, and that is not me. Yeah. Oh, that's everything. And Santa has to do all of this, like, for all of his viewers, is what I was gonna say, for everyone? That's crazy. Do I even have to ask about the sloppy parable? That's like such a stretch. Like, Wanderslop was really good, but sloppy parable feels very like forced. Like we have to try a little harder than that. I will say the ending theme for Hades 2 left such a strange bittersweet / kind of sour taste in my mouth, figuratively speaking, that at first I didn't enjoy, but now there's almost like this catharsis where I had a somewhat similar experience in life somewhat recently. That mirrored the way I felt about Hades 2, where like 95% of it was really good, It was so good. It was such an enjoyable experience. And then the last 5% completely fucking ruined the whole thing. And it felt like such a waste of my damn time. And I had that I had an experience like that recently. And I'm not going to give you the details of this because it's way too recent and way too personal. But like maybe in like 2 years, if you ask me again, I'll tell you, right? But I then I had a lot of emotional catharsis listening to the Hades like end track because it was the same feeling I got where it was like 95% of the experience was perfect and the last 5% of it was so ass it just destroyed all of it, and I feel weird about this experience now. I don't know if I want to like it overall because most overall it was fine, but damn, if only the last part didn't happen. Did you like Detroit Become Slop? I loved talking about Detroit Become Human. And frankly, I'd prefer playing like a game like Detroit where I love certain parts of it and I hate certain parts of it than to just play a game where everything is near perfect and not near perfect but doesn't resonate with me personally. Like I'd rather play the former because then I have stuff to say about it. But if it's something that's good objectively, but also not something that resonates with me personally, then I don't have it. What do I say to it? What do I say about it? Oh, this is good, but it's not for me. But it's good, but it's not for me. But it's good, and you know, I that's where I'll be bouncing off of, and it wouldn't be very interesting. So I prefer something like a Detroit because that way I get to complain, I get to rant, I get to say my piece. I do. Text can't express how much resentment I have for the Stanley Parable. I hold it in the same regard as Star Wars for how overlays it is. You're not... how do I approach this? You weren't looking for the Stanley Parable. You played the Stanley Parable looking for something else. That's why you're disappointed. Because you didn't come here... You didn't want the... You played the game and you didn't want to play. That's probably why you felt that way. You just didn't want to play it. And then you heard everyone say, oh, but it's really good though. And then you played it and you were like, I didn't want to play this. And so you don't like it. You are conflating that, perhaps, with the quality of it. Perhaps you are. I don't know. Maybe I'm putting words in your mouth. But I was not looking for Needy Streamer Overload, and I don't want to play it. And but I can acknowledge at least that it's good. I can at least acknowledge that Needy Streamer Overload is objectively a very well crafted experience. I just hate it. Like it's just really nails on a chalkboard for my soul. I can't take this. I can't take this anymore. I hate everything that the game makes you do because it's so not what I would do. It is so antithetical to everything I believe in, but I'm kind of forced to endure through that pain that I would not have ever caused to myself. I don't know. I mean, like, it's not like I was forced to play the game. Like, I played it because I wanted to play it, but whatever. Anyways, that's everything. That's everything. I'm done and I'm tired. Thank you for joining me today, for granting your Christmas wishes. And nobody asked me what my wishes were except for like Lynn earlier, or Grace. I don't know how to refer to you. But, you know, only one person asked me for my birthday wishes. For my Christmas wishes. I don't really actually have any, I think. Let me think. I do. I hope I have like I have an event of, I likely have, I don't know, it might be canceled because people are kind of sick, but I have like a social event tomorrow and I really hope that goes well. That's one of my Christmas wishes. My other Christmas wish is for everything that I'm going to do in January to go well, because I'm doing a lot of shit in January that is, you know, that has the potential to change the course of my existence. Maybe not change, but it has the potential to like anchor my trajectory in life towards a direction that's like that's gonna have a little less suffering in it. Maybe more actually, but it'll be more fun. So I hope everything in January goes well, and then I just you know what happens next? I hope that then February goes well, because February is the month where I do all that, and I'm not just gonna do a rehash of what we did last year. I want to go bigger than everything I've done previously. I'm just not sure how. I'm unsure how to do it yet. I think I know where I want to end up, but I'm not sure how to get there for February. You'll know what I mean when we get to it. March, nothing really is happening in March. I think April, nothing's really happening in April, and then May, June is when I also want things to go well, because June is going to be my anniversary month streaming, and it's
I want Ascension has
hopefully
verifiable
going to be more
subjective
interesting.
great at cleaning as the IQ of 140 Roomba. Can you do that?
Sem Salimari asks for a sentient has verifiable subjective experience, great at cleaning, as has the IQ of 140 Roomba. Can you do that? No. No one exists. Nothing exists that fulfills all those qualities, because verifiable subjective experience is not real and is like a hoax. That shit does not exist, and it will never exist probably. And we need to
I can tell.
rather than say no, but eventually give it if we philosophize enough, we'll get to the truth, the objective capital T truth, and then we will find a way to answer the great question of verifying subjective experience and consciousness and
For
qualia.
chairman to finally play observe trolley problem.
Hello, Holiday. No, that's not happening. Okay? Stop asking for it. Stop thinking that eventually we'll be able to figure it all out. No! This isn't something to be figured out. Subjective experience is not something to be verified. Such is the nature of it. This is why it's not just a scientific fact. If it were a scientific fact, you'd be able to verify it. It is not a scientific fact, because you cannot. Holidays asks for chairman to finally play the absurd trolley problem. Which one is that? There's so many of those. Which one is this? Absurd trolley. Oh, it's the one. Oh, it's the one. No. I know that one. Okay. Yep. I know what you're talking about. Sure. We'll do that. Yeah. Wish granted. Wish granted. That was quick. Wish granted. When? I don't know. You'll figure it. We'll see. We'll see. Any of them at this point. Sure, we'll do that. We will do a rehash of the trolley problem. We've kind of done it before, but I didn't do it. But it wasn't very good. And I unlisted the stream because I thought the game was so ass that I didn't even want it to be streamed. Anyways, I will. Yeah, wish granted. Sorry, we don't know you, nor have any control over the events in your life. It will go how it goes, and what you can do is accept it and work around what happens. Charis Euphranor type answer. Never mind, he wouldn't say sorry. There you go, you've perfected that, Tara. You're welcome. And then post-June, I have no plans. Like, actually, after June, I do not know what happens after June. I have no idea. I have some vague idea of what could transpire, but I do not have the tracks laid on the train. On the train? Like, you know what I mean? You know, like, you know the gif of like it was a Tom and Jerry gif where Tom is on the train and he's laying down the tracks as the train's going. Well, it's gonna be that after June, I think. I know that's the point of asking. I know, I'm educating everyone else. Anyways, that's it. That's all the wishes. We've granted every single wish. He can't imagine surviving after what he'll say during Pride Month. I wish for Charis to read the 2 complete works in When They Cry series and use this experience with the series to determine if he wants to play Silent Hill F. It does not have to be immediate. I don't know if I want to play Silent Hill. I don't know if I want to play Silent Hill. I don't know if I can play Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F is 40% off right now. Jeez. Oh my. Oh, I hate this. Oh, who's that? Who's that guy with the mask? I have scarlet rot? What the fuck? Is my, like, head tearing off? No, thank you. No, thank you. You have not granted every single wish, and it was not even close. I granted the ones that were, like, sensible, okay? I'm not even going to entertain that. Nope. What do you think about causalism? Causalism? Do you mean causality? What is causalism? Causalism holds behavior and actions to be the result of previous mental states, such as beliefs, desires, or intentions, rather than from a present conscious will guiding one's actions. One of the foremost proponents for this view was Donald Davidson, who believed that reasons explain actions just in as much as they are the causes of those actions. His views were mainly set out in his famous paper, Actions, Reasons, and Causes, 1963. Causalism is in accord with how most people have traditionally explained their actions, but critics point out that certain habitual actions, such as scratching an itch, are only noticed during or after the fact, if at all, making the causalist explanation that such behaviors have a mental antecedent that isn't recalled seem ad hoc. Very niche. Well, not that niche, a little niche. This reminds me of the headache I had like a few months ago when some other librarians and we read like a paper on intentionality, and we just like half of us got into an argument because we were like, the paper we read just made no damn sense, is what half of us said, and the other half of us said, no, actually, like this all makes sense, and they were arguing for why it makes sense, or like, you know, how that applies to these like certain readings of metaphysics and certain readings of ethics and all of that, and like it was a whole headache. Nobody agreed on anything there. The paper just confused all of us. This is what it felt like. The arguments for intentionality, and to put that shit into the whole into a wider sort of belief that all behavior and actions are results of previous mental states directly, such as beliefs, desires, or intentions, rather than from our present conscious will, feels like a weird offshoot of classic determinism, and I have a very boring my response to classical determinism is very boring and generic. So yeah. The 2 complete works of the When They Cry series are Higurashi and Umineko. It'll take you 2 years to get Silent Hill F. Okay, well, we'll get to it eventually. Or not. I don't know. I don't want to. I really don't. Have you done your YouTube Wrapped Twitch recap yet? My YouTube Wrapped showed that on my VTuber account, my most viewed channel this year was Syzygy Z Altair, whom I have done 2 collabs with now at this point. So that's cool. My personal account says that my top watched channel was the Library of Laterno. Actually, that's one of the things I'm most grateful for in 2025 is I was introduced to Ryan Gary Laterno. Ryan Gary Northern Line Laterno, and subsequently the Library of Laterno channel. That was my favorite thing in 2025. That I think that happened in 2025, and thanks in no small part to Fauna as well. So it was either 2025 or 2024, but like that has marked a new point in my life. Like there's definitely a pre-NL phase of my life and a post-NL phase of my life. Chairman, I asked you for a thoughtful, genuine compliment and you sat in silence for 20 seconds. Yeah, I sat in silence thinking about it and being genuinely thinking about the compliment. There was a lot of thought there. There really was. So we fulfilled at least like 2/3 of that. All right, let me go now. Let me go. I'm gonna head out for this week and also for this month and this year, I think, at least in an official capacity. My goal is to at some point next week do an unarchived karaoke stream at an unspecified hour and then archive it anyways and then put it on and then have it be shared so that you can access it if you want. I guess that's the goal. Will it happen? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. Now that we're the end of the stream, I don't mind like just kind of saying that the reason is basically because I have like I have family around for the holidays and like I can't stream because like you know there are people around and I can't really be myself anyways. So that's why, yeah, like I think I could still record stuff, and that's my goal, is that I want to use this time to like get pre-recorded stuff out of the way. Maybe even edit some older things. Probably not. I don't really like editing. I hate editing, especially editing myself. I hate editing myself. But maybe more importantly, planning for future stuff. That's what I'll be doing like over the holidays. Other than being restful, of course, I guess, because there's no rest for the wicked. Unlike determinate, sorry. This is in response to the causalism thing earlier. Silamari says, I don't like determinism, but there is some middle ground I'm trying to find. It's only half done.
Hi everyone.
Right now, but I have a preprint.
What did I miss?
Interesting. I look forward to the when it's fully done, I guess, if it ever will be. Maybe that's part of the point, right? Is nothing is ever completed. If we don't see you next week, happy holidays. Happy holidays indeed. Merry Chrysler. Hammy Humka. Crappy newbie.
Hi Mabby. Chairman got paid to do a lingerie stream.
That's the only thing that hasn't happened this stream, actually. That's like the only falsity you could have uttered, I think. Well, there are many, but that was one of... It was so much easier to say something that did happen than something that did not. Hello, maybe, and goodbye soon, because I'm gonna go. He did not grant our wishes. I granted, like, all of your wishes. You are all greedy and have a limitless appetite and avarice. Okay, and I need to temper that. I need to temper that and say, halt, finite being. Accept your finitude and look inwards and ask yourself genuine questions about yourself to see what you actually want, and not just stuff that you could kind of maybe want but not really, okay? Like, I look forward to seeing the increase in quality for next year's Christmas wishes when you guys finally get your act together.
You should
and
see
are
what
able
Hannah
to.
_Z has to say.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for the super chat. Give me a compliment to make up for the 20 seconds of silence you gave me in response to that wish. Pay to glaze on. We have 5 witnesses that saw you get $10 to do the laundry stream. Here's the thing: is that this sets a bad precedent. This sets a bad precedent. If I go like, I'm not doing this, and then you give me money and then I do it. This sets like a slippery slope. But I'm way too tired to really think about the ethical consequences. And I kind of just want to go to sleep. So, I don't know, like a genuine, thoughtful compliment. It would probably take the form of a critique, really. But I would say, if you genuinely wanted something from me that was truthful and was something I meant with some ounce of sincerity, that I think you talk yourself down, Hannah. I think you talk yourself down more than you should. A lot more than you should. I think you overpresent and underbelieve. I think there's a dissonance between you're trying to portray yourself to live up to some sort of idealized version of yourself and how you believe you actually are. Because I think that the gulf should be closer. I think that you are closer to your idealized version than you think, and your idealized version is not as good as you think. And look, if it were up to me, I wouldn't if it were up to me, I wouldn't let anyone talk me down like that, especially not myself. So, you know, you're wrong, I guess what I'm trying to say. Compliment how talented she is. I mean, like,
to live by.
I don't need to, because you already know this, and everyone else knows this. Like, you know, you know this. That's not what's at stake here. If I give you compliments for stuff that you're already good at, then, like, you know, you go, thank you, and then you don't really, like, you know, you don't really look inwards in that way. If I tell you things you're obviously good at, and you know that you're good at, then you're just gonna go thanks and then move on. You're like, this isn't gonna spark anything in you. What I'm trying to do here is say something that really matters, and not something that's hollow and empty and fades away in about 20 seconds of euphoria. Words of affirmation? Yeah, so, like, I just feel like that's not my job. Like, I feel like you can get affirmation anywhere else. You're not going to get affirmation from me, because I think affirmation is, by itself, it's insufficient. Okay? If anything, if you want me to compliment you on a talent, say that I said, oh, your artistic pursuits are worthwhile and noteworthy. You are good at singing. Well, that wouldn't... To me, that doesn't matter. Like, to me, that's That's not enough to say that. It is only made enough if I follow that up with, you should use it to do stuff that's interesting and beyond your current predicament. Like, you should extend yourself with your talent, not just
Charis, can you
play
compliment
safely.
the art I just posted in the art tab?
You just posted art in the art tab? Okay. Oh. Yeah, you don't need to be you right now have a gulf between where you think you are and where your idealized version is, and I'm telling you that gulf is not as big as it is, because you are probably higher than where you think you are, and your idealized version is higher than where you need to be. So stop talking, start walking. I guess, because like you could do that. If you couldn't do it, I wouldn't ask you to do it. What the hell did you post in Art Zero? Alright. What the fuck? I can't. Okay, I'm doing these two and I'm going and then I'm leaving, okay? I was gonna end the stream in 2 hours, frankly, but then now it seems to be 3. Okay. I'll properly sort this out and categorize this later, but for now I'm just gonna, well, what the fuck? You're lucky it's Christmas. This was supposed to be done back in July, but oh well. Lol. Anyways, enjoy my Mpreg fanart of Victor's fic. I have not read that fic yet. I presume this is the one on Discord. I don't know if I want to read it, but that's what that is. And like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of this means. I just know that like, I biologically cannot get pregnant, so this is like a falsity and not accurate. F for failure. Thank you. I think. I don't know, man. Like, how do you guys keep drawing me pregnant? Why do you guys keep drawing me pregnant? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But thank you to Pola. Who is this? Someone who has changed their name. I'm uncertain. I am uncertain. But thank you, Pola, for this bit of art.
Excuse you. It's only me who draws you pregnant.
Okay. So thank you for this piece of art. And also thank you, Pola, for this. I like this one. This one I liked them both, and I probably like this one a little bit more. They're both so well done. I guess, yeah. You should print Christmas cards using this art. I don't know if I should. But thank you. Yeah. Is this me? I guess it is. Sure. How's the average chat better than the average philosophy chat? Because philosophy sucks. Because philosophy sucks. What is it? Philosophy now is... It's... You know that, like, image of, like, a 6 on the ground, and if you look at it backwards, it's a 9. There's two people standing next to it, the left and right, and it's like, this is 6, this says 9, and that's what people think philosophy is? No, that's not what philosophy is. What philosophy actually is someone going like, this could be read as a 6 or a 9, and then the other person going, yes, Wittgenstein speaks of this. That's all philosophy right now. We're quote tweeting like posts from like 200 years ago in a chain of conversation that is incredibly hard to follow. And all of everything that's made philosophy worth pursuing, in the sense that it truly is an asking about existence, not just exclusively, but universally, not by some sort of objective metric, but by the sort of thing that ignites the fire in people, is just replaced with this gatekeepy, like, ivory tower, like, you've gotta have a buy-in of 20 logic classes to even begin reading and digesting this shit. Like, it's too much. It's too much, and philosophy right now cares for nothing except itself. That's why it sucks. It has resigned itself to the corner of the room, thinking it's better than everyone else. Or worse. There's a little bit of self-pity in there too. That's why it's bad. Nothing's real. That's the way the Philosophy Factory works, Charis. I know! That's what I'm saying. And I don't like the Philosophy Factory. I hate it. Someone needs to go there and, like... I was about to say something that might get this stream flagged, so no, never mind. But, like... Philosophy, psychology, and ethics should get married. They should all die. They should all get... No, they shouldn't. I don't know what to do with them. Everything should connect again. We've just manually bashed away the limbs that attach all these related fields and concepts in favor of this, like, fragmented, neatly categorized and sorted, like, pursuit of refinement. And I don't know what the hell this is now, but it's just not conducive to, like, existing. Philosopher Luddite. No, I'm not saying the good old days of philosophy were better. We don't need to go back. We don't need to go back. We need to realize that, like, this is what's been happening. That's all we need to do. We can, like, look forward and move forward with new things. The enabling of universal communication instantaneously, and the fastest, farthest reaching network of information and wealth of knowledge has been just so sourly wasted by human greed. Whatever. I'm done. I'm not even gonna rant about philosophy anymore. This is a stream about Christmas wishes, and we're gonna end on Christmas wishes. Okay. I hope everyone has a good Christmas. And because I said those words, two things will happen. You will either have a good Christmas or you won't. If you have a good Christmas, it's because of me. If you do not have a good Christmas, that's your fault. Skill issue. Goodbye. See you next year. I think it's because you can't just do philosophy. You need to pick a side. I look at philosophy of the mind. That's it. Yeah, and that's like, I just don't think that's the way we should be engaging with things. But, you know, we'll get to it. Now that the hype died down, will you do my Uma Musume stream idea? No. I don't think I will play Uma Musume. What if I don't celebrate Christmas? Then I hope like the day itself just goes well for you then. I guess. Wish me a happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah too. Or happy day. Like happy month. Happy year. Have a happy month. Have a happy year. Have a happy rest of your goddamn life. You know, like what do you want, man? Like what? How specific does it need to be before it's too specific? How broad can it be before it is dismissive? Okay, like there's a line in the sand somewhere.
All right, have a great time.
I've got to test it. You will not find out. Maybe stream next week. Maybe stream the week after that. I don't know. Unscheduled. If it happens, look forward to it. If it doesn't, get out of my face.